Hello. Today I want to look at 2 Corinthians chapter 12, and I'm going to be reading from verse 1. It is doubtless non-profitable for me to boast. I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord. I know a man in Christ whose 14 years ago, whether in the body I do not know, or whether out of the body I do not know, God knows, such as one was caught up in the third heaven. I know such a man, whether in the body or out of the body, I don't know. God knows how he was caught up into paradise and heard inexpressible words, which is not lawful for a man to utter. Of such of one I will boast. Yet of myself I will not boast, except in my infirmities. For though I might desire to boast, I will not be a fool. For I will speak the truth, but I will refrain, lest anyone should think of me above of what he sees me to be or hears from me. And lest I should be exalted above measure by the abundance of the revelations, a thorn in the flesh was given to me, a messenger of Satan, to buffet me, lest I be exalted above measure. Concerning this thing I pleaded with the Lord 3 times, that it might depart from me. And he said, My grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, most gladly I'd rather boast in my infirmities, and in the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in the infirmities, in reproaches, in needs, in persecutions, in distress, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. I want specifically to look at verse 9. Paul's talking about this thorn in his flesh. He also talks at the start about how he was brought up into a very special place where he met with God. And I think that was to do with on the road to Damascus when he first met Jesus. But it was a very special time. But he had this thorn in his flesh, and something that many of us have thorns in our flesh. And it's just that little verse says, My grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in weakness. Perhaps you're going through a stressful time at the moment. Perhaps you're going through a time where you just feel weak, you feel desperate, you just don't know where to turn. I'm here to tell you that God's grace is sufficient for you. His grace is sufficient for you. And his strength is made perfect in your weakness and in my weakness. Think about that. His strength is made perfect in our weakness. When we are weak, it goes on to say, we are strong. And that's because Christ has given us that strength. What I'm saying to you today is, as you walk this day, as you face this day, as you face these things that you're going through right now, rely on God's strength. Yes, you may be feeling weak. You may be feeling destitute. You may be feeling so far from God right now. But his strength is made perfect in your weakness. Rely on his strength today, not your own. That's what he wants you to do. That's all I wanted to share with you today. I hope that's encouraged you. Hope it's blessed you. Hope it gets you set for this day. Remember, rely on his strength. Whether you feel strong or weak or whatever way you feel today, rely on him. God bless you.